I'm not going to apologize for how I'm showing up. I know it's my job. I know happiness is a choice. I know it's my job to shift myself. I'm very human and going through way too much right now. And I have a long way to go on figuring out how to balance my energy. Not really. I have a bad habit of putting my kids' needs before mine. So that's on me. I take that. I'll take those hits. It's my responsibility. My biggest regret is getting in this situation, period. I know there had to have been some divine plan in that, because there's not time anyway, it's been 5 years now, and at one point I was living with my dad, and so anyway, I wish I had stood up for us sooner, before it took 2 weeks of our freaking water heater being out before I snapped the first time. That wasn't the first time I've ever snapped, let's be real. That was the first time that was what was my breaking. That was the straw that broke the camel's back or whatever, on me being like, okay, we're leaving. But of course I still don't have an exact plan on how the hell we would get all of our shit, sell it, and get out of here, or where we would go, or where money's going to come from, or any of that. So we're still here. That was back in March, I think it was, that happened, and they have helped us since then, but it's still breadcrumbing. It's still disturbing and sick. I blocked my mom and my sister because they're in on something together against me. My sister just completely demeaned the last 7 years of my life and all of the healing work that I've done, and they treat me like trash. They treat me like an object, let's put it that way. They treat me like they just expect me to show up when they need me, and that I'm just supposed to be at their beck and call or something like that, whatever. I still try to come back and have compassion, because that's my job. I'm trying to be strong and see the bigger picture, and that I got us in this situation. I have to get us out, and I'm like, there's other things where every time I surrender and like feel safe, and especially if I'm in a higher vibration, then it's like I'm okay, and like the universe has shown me many, many times that I'm being supported and all of that, but I'm still doing this alone, and that's been the hardest part. Not just day to day or having to be in solitude. I'm good with that, but like, I don't know if it's my moon sign being the 11th house, or it's just that I'm not getting the support that I need emotionally going through this. So, because now I'm in a space too of like really trying to figure out schooling options for me with Teddy, so that then that would free up a lot of time that I could start potentially working, or really putting together a plan on getting us out of here and stuff like that. And he would have more going on, because he's just not, the last 2 days he's gone for a long swim, so it's been better that, but in general, like and I can't afford anything else for us. I can't afford to pay a babysitter to work and make, anyway. I'm even pushing, my person is trying to reach out to me, and I'm even pushing him away, because I'm like, there's too much on me. I don't even know where to start on. And I'm like, I already know that he's the type that he's a therapist type. Like, I already just feel that energy from him, that it's like he would just like be like, put it on me or whatever. But like, I don't want, you can sabotage our union because you're not ready for it. Anyway, whatever. There's been enough moving through fear, so you can't let every what if. But I care. Like, I wouldn't, that's the last thing I would want, is to meet my person and then just sabotage it, because there's so much shit that I'm trying to move through that I would just dump it all on them, or I don't even know. I'd just be a mess. I mean, I've worked through all this time on how to stay calm through like insanity, but I mean, like a regular day for me is my kid having a meltdown and biting me or something. Like, anyway, it's just in all of the noises and stuff. It's like, that's just daily stuff that I go through. And I also know that I'm not, working at regular type of work either. But the not having people in my corner is just like, it's hard. That part about it is hard every day. Like, that's why I do try to stay close to God, and I wish I had been smarter about realizing that speaking certain things was like not going to be beneficial, but it is what it is. And in some way, I mean, I'm sure it helps me to feel heard or whatever, but just giving information that's unnecessary. Oh, I know what I was going to mention is that one of the last times my dad said that on his end, as far as equity goes, like, we can take it and whatever. He doesn't want any of it, and that's a blessing. Like, that's generous of him, or that's a loving gesture. And I told him that me and Teddy's peace and well-being comes first. Like, that's a choice, but that's what I choose, and that's one of the reasons I blocked my family, and that I'm not going to go over there and just give them my time and energy when it's like, no, things are not okay for us. And I'm not going to sugarcoat and pretend like everything's fine. And then I haven't spent days in the position that I'm in, whatever. Everybody's has to move through their stuff, so I haven't spent days and days and days of depression. And I know, like I said, I know it's my job to keep my vibration up and continue working on the self-care and stuff like that. I love myself. Although there's moments of feeling like it feels like I'm like, what? How did it get, like, it feels like I just don't have no respect for myself because I got us in this situation. But aside from those moments, I know that I care about myself enough, and I love myself enough that I want to keep learning how to take care of myself. Not having enough to, like, for anything. It just is like, it's just one of those things as a woman that it's just, especially as a mom, it's just exhausting. It's hard to stay in my goddess energy. So yeah, so anyways, I said that about peace and well-being, and then it was like, I didn't come to not Thanksgiving. We weren't invited to anything, Thanksgiving or Christmas last year. I didn't go to 4th of July where it was like, everybody's going to be there. Are you guys coming? I was like, no, we're not. Like, I already said that we're not coming. And then my dad called me after and was like, played this whole like, sorry I didn't call you and wish you for the happy 4th of July, which is not a thing. It was very common that my dad would forget those things, and it was just like, whatever, because I know that's a common thing with men. And anyway, I told him, I was like, you don't need to. It was like, it was a thing. It was like putting on a show or something. They asked about what we could do to help heal the situation with our family, and he's ready to do what it's going to take or something. And then he was going to come and he was going to cook some stuff and bring it to us. And this is a really common thing. And then he just dropped the ball because he didn't show up, which is fine, again, because didn't expect it. I learned a long time ago to not have expectations. And honestly, that is, in a lot of ways, that is a good way to live. But I do think when it comes to relationships, like, if I weren't for the pressure that my kid put on me, that I don't know how much I would have changed. I'm sure I would have, because that's how it goes as a mom. You just adapt to the situations that you're in. But like, pressure helps. Like, so I would want a person that can accept some expectations, because to me that's respect, and trust. And I didn't answer his call. Well, I don't think he called earlier today. And I'm like, because I'm back in that space of like, we're not safe here. And it's so hard for me to continue to try to cultivate safety and be like, yeah, I'm going to get through this somehow. Like, I guess if he's in school, I'm going to pick up a job and I'm going to start saving something and hope and pray every single day that by next year we're not in this place anymore. or that I keep opening myself up to the possibilities because I don't know what they are, and I don't know where I'm gonna find a friend or someone to talk to about things, or like I don't even know where to get started on house stuff because I know I need to figure out my end on that before I approach my family, approach my mom, because she's a master. She doesn't, there's like, I don't know at what point in her life she was just like, there's a point of no return. I'm just going to give it as much demon in her. I'm just going to be the Maleficent every day, because she does not care. She threw it in my face that I didn't have money and that it was unfair that I should be leaving. And then when I was blowing up, when I had a conversation with them the last time, like I don't have control over my own life. Like that's how she's y'all, we could have stories all day. When I did the IEP for my kid and I chose to put him in school, she got mad at me. Like, he's my child. You don't get to make those decisions. It's sick. It's sickening. It's such a different experience for those of us who have grown up with it, because they tried to normalize that you can control people. I had that conversation with my mom when we were in a fight, and I was like, you can't control me. And she said, yeah, I can. Or I was like, yes, I do. And I was just like, it was literally a night. There are moments of nightmare. It's actual living nightmare. Anyways. I said that to my dad. I was like, it's been a long time with mom. Oh, you know what? I'm going to add this in here really quick. Shout out to that person that made that comment about the dream thing. I don't know how much that helped or not, but I had a dream where I spoke to my mom. I was like, you've been mean to me my whole life, and like all this. And like she was playing victim. She was trying to come in our house in the dream, and she had all these things that she had to bring me. And she was playing victim and pretending to be nice. And pretending to be a friend. And I just told her straight up. And y'all, I've had those moments before too. Like, I've had moments of being like, I don't feel safe with you. Like, you weren't there for me when I was a new mom and you kicked me out of your house, and that's not how we treat people. Or I don't know. I can't remember verbatim, but like, it doesn't matter. Like, we literally signed up to like, go like to be the change person in our family. And I hope to God and pray for everybody else out here that you didn't get in a situation like I'm in, where it's like your security is being attacked every single day. And when I stay in the present moment, when I do my things I need to do to keep my energy up, and part of it is being in denial, or being in, I don't know if I want to say denial, because I'm not unaware of a situation we're in, but like I tend to not want to like tackle it or like think about it or focus on it, because it puts me in the space I'm in right now, because it just feels like insurmountable. It feels like I don't even know how things are going to come together that's going to get us out of here, or how I'm going to have enough money, or how I'm going to have my own things again. And anyway, I don't want to, that's why I need people in my life, because I know myself enough, and I know when I get in these spirals, but I also just don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anywhere to vent. All right, that's it. I'm going to try to get my energy up so I can do a read today, because I know my energy is like that too. I know, like, I get stuck in freeze cycles, and I have to move. I have to get my body, get my energy moving again to get out of it. Take care of yourselves, you guys. I don't know. I think whatever happens. Like, I know and I think it's sad, because like there have been some little blessings that have come in, but I'm having a hard time. Like, I just don't know who I can trust and stuff. So it's like, and I'm trying to just stay open, and I'm trying to get myself into feeling safe in my body. Thanks for listening. I love y'all.